best salespeople on the planet, people that make millions of dollars a year selling real estate. Okay? So I'm not taking credit for any of this stuff. But these are some things that I've modeled against over and over the top producers around the world. And a couple things. One is when they sell real estate, they really look at it as dating. And what I mean by the dating ritual is typically, and again, I'm married now, so I've been out of this for a while, but if I can remember correctly, there would be a coffee date first. Okay, so I would ask the girl on a coffee date first. And if that went well, we'd move up to a dinner date. Either a lunch date or dinner date, one of those two. If the lunch date goes well, it goes to dinner date. And then from that point, then it's probably, okay, let's go out, in the town, go dancing. And there's the dancing, okay, all right? And if all that went well, we went from the coffee date to lunch date to the dinner date to the dancing, well then maybe we'd go to, the next big step would be the weekend away. There's a process in dating. What I've learned in the bad side of residential real estate is you walk in these sales offices and people go right to, okay, here's our floor plans and here's our price list, and it's like me going up with a prenup on that first date. That's exactly what it's like, and to me, it's a stupid process, but it's like 99% of sales offices you walk into, it's right to floor plans, and here's our price sheet, and here's our 10% down, and whoa, I didn't even know you yet. So I think we need to step back, especially at a time where, the world is the way it is. That doesn't work. I think you need to go back to the dating, and you need to get to know that person. And in dating, if you talk too much, you're done. Okay? The good daters ask a lot of questions. Okay? And they're taking notes. Okay? Good daters ask lots of questions, get to know the person, and we all know this is relationship 101. If your date's doing most of the talking, they're going to fall in love with you. If you're doing most of the talking, it's going to be a short date. Okay? It's really important. So, to me, the best selling techniques is no different than dating. Now, I'm not saying that you're not going to meet somebody and have a one-night stand. It's happened. It can happen again, even in this market. Some people will go right to the weekend away. Okay? But don't bet on it in this market. Okay? In 2004 and 2005, we were doing one-night stands. We sold 367 condos in 90 days. I did 20 projects we sold out in one day, in 1 year. 20 in a row, in 8 different states. It's not happening anymore. So today, it's more about the whole dating process, and you got to get to know those people intimately. And we'll talk more about that throughout the day, of how personal you got to get. And I'll tell you something, you got to get real personal. Because this whole process today to sell real estate, it's all emotional. Logic and reason no longer will work for you. If you can't connect with people emotionally, you are in deep trouble. Because you're going to lose an argument right now on, is now the time to buy real estate? You're going to lose that logical argument. What we need to find out is why it's the time for you to buy real estate right now. I got to get into your psyche, I got to understand your family, your friends, I got to understand you and what you've been through your life to understand that this is the time for you. If you try to go on logic, you're going to lose that debate. Okay, forget it. So, first thing I want you to think about is the dating ritual. No different than your friends. Okay? Typically, you didn't just meet your friend and go to Europe for 2 weeks. That doesn't happen. Okay? There's a process with friends. There's a process with your spouse, your significant other. So, it doesn't change in selling real estate. Number 2, it's all emotional. Next thing I want you to understand, everyone we're selling to, we're selling to women. You are never selling to the man. Never. Even if it's a single guy, you're never selling to him. You're selling to his girlfriend, his mother, his sister, because that's who they're going to get that's where they're going to get their direction from. It's all about women. And this is true in every product that's sold. 92% of all decisions are made by women. So, and here's the good news. If you've got a strong emotional appeal, women get it. If you play just a logic card, yeah, you're converting the men, but that's not who your buyers are. So it's always women, it's always emotional. And we'll talk about some of the tools to do it. This is critical. If you don't get it's dating, and you don't get it's emotional, and you don't get it's all about women, you can go and play golf today, because the rest of the day is not going to make any difference to you.